Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Seso here, bringing a cool Photoshop tutorial today, bringing a cool Simplistic banner design tutorial once again, one of my favorite series to do on this channel, one of your favorite series. I got like the most viewed series on my channel, like whatsoever. Like I understand why. Like I love the fact that you guys love this series. It's one of my favorite series to do. Before we start though, guys, today's video is actually sponsored by graphicstock.com. Like before you guys say anything, like whatever, I don't know, but I literally never take sponsorships just because like I never get a sponsorship that actually, you know, I or my subscribers can actually benefit from. Like as designers, like there's always like those random ass people who are like, yo, you want to get sponsored? I'm like, no, like duh, no, why would I want to? So when actually Graphicstock came to me was like, yo, do you want to sponsor up? I was like, duh, like it's actually the first actual graphic company that came to me, and it's really sick. It's one of the largest actual stock, you know, websites to choose from. So I don't know if you guys know what graphicstock.com is, but it's basically over like 300,000 plus different like royalty-free images to like download. It's really honestly sick. So basically, it's like a subscription kind of thing, like Netflix or whatever. Like I don't know, YouTube Red. I don't know. It's like a subscription monthly thing, or you can like pay like a whole $100 just to actually get it for the entire year. But basically, we all know that freaking like images or whatever, like stocks can like cost up to like freaking $30, which is actually ridiculous. But what they do is basically either whatever you buy for like a month or the year, you can actually go ahead and actually download unlimited whatever, however many you need, whatever. It doesn't like limit you, doesn't cap you. It's unlimited stocks that you need for that month or however long you paid for. But it's pretty sick because they actually went ahead and allowed us to get one free 7-day trial week, I guess like a week, right? We can download up to 140 different images, so it's really sick. So we can actually benefit from it. I really advise you guys to like check it out and stuff like that because I've been using it for like the past month or so. They gave me like, you know, a little, you know, account to use it, actually use it for like the month, and it's so far at least, and it's freaking sick. It's like ridiculous, and it's honestly really dope, and I really advise you guys to go check it out. It's something that we can actually benefit from, and as like I said, you can download up to 140 different images, so it's pretty goddamn sick. And so go stock up now, I guess, you know. The way to go it is either just click on the link in the description down below, or go to graphicstock.com/YouTube. Very simple. It's going to ask you like to put in your email and like a password, and it's going to give you already like the 7-day free trial. And once you go for it, you can just go in for it and just have fun with it. It's pretty freaking sick, honestly. Anyway, thank you guys so freaking much. Like I know all these kind of opportunities don't really come very often for myself, but like this is actually the first one that I actually wanted to take. Just because like it's, you know, something we can benefit from. So I thought, you know, this can be the actual first like sponsorship on the channel, which is pretty sick. So thank you guys so much if you guys checked it out. Do not forget to check out all my stuff, of course, but don't forget to check out graphicstock.com. But anyway, let's go into this video right now. It's gonna like start over and stuff like that because I actually already finished it. But yeah. So anyways, talk to you guys later. So switch you out. Not really, because you're about to see me in like 2 seconds. Peace. Alright guys, so for our cool little simplistic little video here today, I know you guys love simplistic videos. I get like 5 to like 8 to like 10 plus thousand every single tutorial with these kind of things. Is really cool. I really enjoy the fact that you guys enjoy freaking like simplistic videos because they're very simple, but like making them is like kind of hard. But you know, this one looks really good in my opinion. So there's like a very cool little busy like left-hand side, like a cool little like 2 triangle shapes going on here with like a cool little bevel going through, a little white here and like a little yellow triangle, just kind of like separate, not to have like a harsh little you know, dark blue with like a orange. You know, I kind of want to separate a little bit and kind of like give a nice little smoother transition, with still being of course harsh lines in like a very simple style, with like a cool little indentation thing going on here. But that's just, I don't know, I kind of lose like a lot of negative space, so that little thing was just for like, I don't know, trying to complete it a little bit. It also looked pretty cool. It kind of feels like it's folding inwards, like going in here, which looks, I don't know, it worked for me. If you guys want to do it, you guys don't have to do it, but I will show you guys how to do it. However, though, if there's way too much negative space for you, in my opinion, this looks really good for any channel that's just looking for a very nice, clean, simplistic style. But in the tutorial, when I'm going to show you guys how to do the little triangles and stuff, if you follow the same exact thing and kind of like maybe like, I don't know, put like little squares, like, or circles, excuse me, and like, you know, I don't know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like little bigger circles, of course, and like do like the same exact thing. I have like a cool little palm tree, like, you know, stock going inside in here. It looks really freaking beautiful and looks really dope. You can put like mountains or whatever. If you do that and then you put the same exact thing, like the same exact style into these little circles, you can kind of get like a more fuller space, and it would look cool. I think it would look pretty gosh darn awesome as well. I don't know. It depends. I'm not going to do that for today's tutorial, but I'm just giving you guys more ideas. Anyway, for this, Yeah, we're pretty much done all about talking about it. But look at this freaking gray. This is a really nice little tan that goes with a lot of colors. I'm going to use the same exact color scheme for today's tutorial. I do have like a nice little thing right here just to show you guys that I have the two little colors over here. Nice little orange I'm using. But this gray works for a lot of other colors. So if you guys want to use this gray, and if you're going to start with like a new, the same dark blue that I'm going to be using, go for it. It looks really good with like any different color. I'll show you guys in a second. But anyway, so do not forget, 200 likes on the video equals a signal down below. So do not forget to leave a like, all that cool stuff. Let's get going. So I do have my rulers already set for us. I have I don't know what all these other lines are for, but I think I was just trying to measure things out. But basically, here we are. I just want to keep these, right? If you guys do not actually how to put rulers inside your design, if I'm actually in a Twitter header dimension, right? So you go to File New, you go to 1500 width, 500 pixels, resolution 200. You're gonna get a Twitter header dimension the way I use, how I design my Twitter header dimensions. These are the dimensions that I use, and basically, if you guys do not have your rulers already set up here, Control R, and for whatever reason you don't have Control R, I don't really know why you wouldn't. But if you go to View and go ahead and go to Rulers, it also does the same exact thing by pressing Control R. So other than that, all you have to do is basically click on somewhere around these gray rulers, and basically a little gray line comes out. And if you kind of like guess where the middle is, you'll feel your mouse like snap. Like we're gonna say it's gonna be like right here. You feel it snapping. It'll kind of pull away from the mouse as well a little bit. You see how it like pulls away? That means that's the middle of the actual dimension. And if I go the same way horizontal or do the same thing horizontally, you'll see that it kind of like snaps right there. It also gets a little bit darker as well, like the little line right there. Perfect. That'll be the middle, and that's how you're gonna actually start your design off. That way everything's perfect, everything looks really good, and everything is symmetrical and looks good. Trust me, if you don't do that, you're gonna like be like, what the hell feels wrong? It's gonna be that. So for the text I'm gonna be using, it's gonna be Seso. I'm gonna type in Seso HQ, and I'm using agency FB. We're gonna use like 8. No, that's too big. Maybe 7. Keeping everything nice and small and tight in this video. So pretty much we're gonna go right there, and we're gonna actually change like the HQ part to a nice color. Like I said, this gray works with a lot of colors, so I'm gonna be using like a nice like yellow or orangey. Actually, I'm gonna use this orange, the same exact orange I used in the other tutorial or the other example. And pretty much look at this. It looks really good with all these other colors, like especially blue. Trust me, if you're looking for some kind of alternative of white or offset white, I hate it. I've been using it for so freaking long. I'm gonna be using this tan for a little bit. It looks really good in my opinion. So for that orange, after this little whole thing is done, I don't know, my name works really well. It has Seso and then HQ. If you want to kind of do the same thing I have going on here with like 2 different color schemes going on here, go for it. I'm just gonna put a nice little subtext in here. Just gonna set this up really nice and quick, and we're gonna put it like 3 or so points, just like so. Make sure this is actually in the middle of this line. So we're gonna make sure that's in the middle there. And I'm using arrow keys. All right, sweet. And then the last part is I'm gonna take my ruler, or excuse me, my logo. We're gonna drag this in here, and we're gonna shrink it with Control T to free transform. I'll hold Alt and Shift so I can make it nice and small and keep it in the middle. And we'll say that that looks pretty good. And we'll just drag this and make sure it's in the middle still. And we're going to change this color from black to that nice orange. And basically that's how I set up my little text going on here. So make sure I change this to logo. And there we go. Right? That's how I set up my text. It looks really good. It's very, very simple, very, very plain, but it looks really dope the way you set it up. If you have a really nice color scheme as well, it'll just work out. So to do this, all you gotta do is make a new layer, right? So of course I already have my color already set up for the background, my nice little dark blue. If you guys actually have the same exact dark blue, I'd actually tell you guys, did I? If I change my foreground color, if you guys didn't, sorry, I completely forgot for some reason. The dark blue that I am using though is 090B0E. I don't know why I said there's 3 zeros, okay? 3 zeros, 090B0E, and that's a nice little dark blue that I have going on here. And that's when I press OK. And if you guys do not have your, of course, your background layer already quick filled, all you have to do is press Alt Backspace to actually quick fill a color. And I'm just going to make sure you guys know that that is what the blue that I use in this tutorial is. And for the orange, if you guys want to know right away, the orange that I'm using is F2AE27 for the hex code. So if you guys want to put all those little things in, if you guys want to use the same exact colors that I'm using, and kind of like, I guess, go for it, just go for it, all right? So in our new layer, right? We're going to go ahead and make sure we're going to make a nice little triangle here. And we're going to make sure we just start off the canvas. And we're going to make sure we go off the canvas on the other side as well. And make sure this is somewhere around the middle, right? We're making sure this goes divided through this little corner right here. As well as possible, at least. Just like so. Right, and we're going to go all the way on the outside. And then all the way through, and then we're going to connect it. And when we connect it, we're going to right click, go to Fill Path, drop down, use color. And we're going to change this to the nice little orange that we have going on here. And press OK. Press OK again, and you're going to have a nice little triangle. So with this triangle, we're going to actually change this layer to T1, which is going to be triangle 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm press Control J, or right click duplicate layer. This is going to duplicate a layer. Control J is a nice little shortcut for it. And I'm going to change this name to T2 so you guys know this is triangle 2. And on triangle 2, we're going to take our keyboard and go to Control T to free transform. And everything's going to be nice and like already like perfect, right? We made sure it's all lined up. And I want it to be a little more closer to the halfway, like 25% right here. Kind of like where I went for the triangle. Not like super far away, not over the middle. I made it like somewhere around here so we have like the whole entire right side just being the text and whatever information you want to have on the right side. So I'm going to right click on this with free transform and go to flip vertical. And this is going to set us up nice, perfect. It's going to be the same exact size, same exact width on these little like points over here. And it's also going to be right in the middle. And that's when you want to make sure everything you're doing is perfectly in the middle. If you guys do not have it in the middle, it'll look weird, it'll look awkward, and it just doesn't work. So with these triangles now already set, we're just going to go to the first triangle. We're going to double click on it, and we're going to go ahead and go to layer style, and we're going to go to gradient overlay. On this gradient overlay, we're going to change our blend mode from normal to overlay, and we're going to change our opacity down to 100 to maybe like 35 or so, depends. We're going to change the angle in a second, but it doesn't really matter for right now. We're going to press OK. We're going to the second triangle, do the same exact thing. Blend mode, overlay, opacity, 35. And pretty much I'm going to change my angle. See, I don't want this to blend perfectly like this. I want to make sure you guys understand that there's two different shapes, two different triangles. So I'm going to make sure I can set up this harsh line here. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to change my angle to like 30, or no, is it 35? I think it's 35. Yeah, 35, so that way you can start seeing this harsh angle going on here. And right now, this other triangle does not look like it has a gradient on it because the gradient's hiding behind this triangle. So we're going to have to go back to the other triangle, which is, I believe, triangle 1. And we're going to change this angle so it's nice, I don't know what, like lighter on this side, right? Like something like that, right? So it's kind of, you can still see the harsh line right here. It looks like a bevel, but it fades through. That is what I want. I don't know. I'm going to, what the heck? I don't know what I want really. I can put this like all day. So I'm going to say that's fine for me right there. Okay. Press OK twice. Now I have this kind of little clean concept going on right now. So below these two triangles, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer. On this new layer, I'm going to take my pen tool, and I'm just going to go ahead and say, I'm going to start like, I'm saying, this is what we're doing right now is a white triangle, right, that I showed in my preview. I will say I want to keep it far, like this far away or so. So I'm going to make sure I click on this blue line because that's where I want to start it at, and also where this orange line is. What I'm going to do also, though, kind of go a little bit above the orange line. So, oh, this is like not perfectly lined up. That's just my mistake. If I were to go back and make sure this is perfectly lined up, please do so. Otherwise, it's gonna tilt you if you guys don't notice. But if you don't notice too far away, so you're, I don't know, what do you call that? Like not ADHD. What is the word I'm looking for? God, please. What is it when you're perfect? Oh God, how do I not know this? Whatever. Everyone has it, I feel like. Please don't tell me it's gonna tilt the hell out of me. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that we have a triangle going on right here, right? A little triangle going on, and I want to make sure it's just something like that, right? And I'm gonna zoom out, right click, fill this path, go to drop down, use color, and we're gonna use a nice little offset white, or if you want to, you can use this gray. I'm gonna use offset white though. Press OK again, delete, and now you have this cool little white little triangle going on. It looks really good. It's just a very, very simple, same thing on both sides kind of thing. And I don't know, why does it look very awkward? Is it the same size? It should be. Oh, it looks really weird for some reason. I'll push it in just a little bit more though. Okay, alright, so pretty much we have that little triangle going on there. So I'm going to make one more, so I'm just going to call this the white T. And then we're going to make another layer below all these other little triangles, and we're just going to call this one the orange one. Sure. And then we're going to go use our pencil one more time. And we're going to say the orange one wants to go like to here or so. And what I'm going to do is basically click over here, click here, where this white is, or where the point of the white is, and then click somewhere around here, and then pretty much make sure this is as in the middle as possible. There we go. And then make sure that's on the line as possible. And we're going to go ahead and just go like this, and like so. I'll make this one a little more thicker from like point to point here. A little bit more, so I'm going to go to the right just a little bit more. And we're going to right click fill, drop down use, and the color we're going to use is the same exact, that kind of like the gradient shows off, this little yellow over here. Press OK, and just like so, delete the path. And then just zoom it out just a little bit. There we go. All right, sweet. So we have this kind of stuff going on. It looks really good so far. All we have to really do now is kind of like put our little image in. Where is it at? So pretty much, I did get this from Graphic Stock. So if you guys want to go ahead and find the same one, I believe it was a featured photo. So there we go. We're gonna take this and we're gonna put this right above all this cool stuff. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and just put it on overlay. And this way I'm gonna load my opacity down really quickly. And you'll see it looks really good so far. I do like how this is coming out, right? And I'm gonna take my pen tool, and what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm just gonna like pen tool out this orange part. I'm gonna pen tool from here, like to here, just to make sure I can get it off of this like side over here. I don't want to erase it. I just want to make sure I get it right here. We'll erase a second, but I want to make sure I get this all cleaned up on this side, like on the right side. There we go. And I go around, and I connect it, and right click, make selection, press OK, and then make sure this is rasterized, and we're going to change this, press delete, just like so. It deletes everything on that side, and now I can take my eraser, a nice little small eraser with no hardness, so 0% hardness, and just take my eraser and kind of like fade the photo in just a bit, just like so. There we go, and now that looks really good on that side. I do like how that looks. Sweet. So I did do a cool little source light in the middle here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my background, right? I'm gonna click on my background. That way, when I make a new layer, the layer will be right above that background. We're gonna call this source light. I could have done this before, but I'm just gonna do it at the end because I did it at the end in the actual practice. So I'm gonna click like somewhere like this with a nice little offset white, right? This is the foreground color, offset white. Press OK. Go to normal. Drop down to overlay. Looks pretty good so far. If you guys are not a fan of banding lines, though, let's say if I wasn't using offset white, I use offset white because white is a very, very strong, shade, color, whatever. And if you put it on this very dark background, I'm just going to show you what I mean. I'll just actually keep the layer, but I'll make a new layer and hide this layer for a second. So if you use like a very, very, white, really like pure white, and I put this on overlay, you'll see more banding lines. If you do, I don't know, it depends on what color you use for your background, but you can see these little banding lines. If you want to get rid of them, if they're really, really bad, all you have to do is hold shift from where you selected that little light source, right, on your background. So you make sure you just shift on your background and your light source, which is going to select both of them, or you can press control on both of them, both of the layers. Press control J. So while it's all selected, you can just make a duplicate of it with control J, and then control E while it's still selected. It will merge them all together. Now, if you do have a really harsh banding lines, which you mean like little circles, kind of like see circles going on through here, go to filter, noise, add noise, put a 1% on uniform, press OK, and then pretty much it will get rid of it if it's really, really bad. Right now, mine is not that bad. I really don't understand why. Maybe because I'm using, I haven't put my contrast in, my color, my contrast, my, oh my goodness, brightness and contrast in yet. So this is going to work for me. I'm going to put this like, I don't know, like 70 or so. So let's just say I'm going to hide this really quickly. This is our noise layer. And we're going to make sure this is our light too. But we're going to hide these both for a second. I'm going to put my contrast in really quickly so I can kind of see where you guys, or show you guys what I mean. So brightness and contrast. And for this, I'm just going to lower my brightness to like -5 and just up my contrast a bunch just so this looks really nice on this side with this harsh little bevel. Just gets really, you can see it really, really well. So maybe about 55 contrast or so, right? So this is going to make our background a lot more darker as the CC is finished, right? So I'm going to put my source light in for a second now. And you can see this, like the little banding lines even more now. But if I just take my noise layer that I just made and put it over there, you'll see it kind of like blends it a little bit. Also give you a nice little noise, I kind of like, texture. And it looks really good in my opinion. So that's what I mean by if you guys have a lot of banding lines. So if you can see the difference, this is without the source and this is with it. Looks better, in my opinion, right? Okay, so after basically everything, all that's all done, all you have to do now is make a new layer. And if you guys want another source light from the top, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it just because it's like a thing, man. I have to, make a nice little big brush, soft brush, 0 hardness, and click right on the top here. Pretty good, just like so. And then lower the opacity down. And we're pretty much done. So yeah, that's basically the tutorial for today. So I'm gonna put 200 likes equals secret download, boom, bang. Oh, I didn't put it in caps. That's too much work to type it again. SesoHQ.com, and this is our nice little other subtext. I'm gonna just go to here and like make it stretch out. I like to do this a lot. If you guys actually have this table, all you have to do to bring it up is like when you have like your actual layer selected, if you press Control A. Your text layer selected, press Control A to actually select everything, and press Control T. It'll bring up your little characters and actually do everything in like this little table here, like your color, your stretching, all that cool stuff. And it looks pretty cool in my opinion. Also, you can change your font from here as well. You can put like 1.5, your size, and then we'll make a nice little sesohq.com as like the other subtext or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, if you're not a big fan of the negative space, do what I did, like I said in the beginning tutorial. Put little circles around with the same exact thing, concept we have going on over here, and kind of like see what it works with, see how it works. But that is my tutorial here today. Do not forget to check out oh my god, do not forget to check out my Selfie source, selfie.com/SesoHQ for any premium packs, as well as $5. Do not forget to follow me on Twitter at SesoHQ. All that cool stuff. I don't know if you guys want to actually have my everything pack. It's also on my Selfie channel for Selfie page. For only $30, one purchase of $30, you get everything in my store for one purchase of $30. Also, anything that comes out of my store, like any new packs or any new updates, will get emailed for you for free. It's pretty freaking dope. And do not forget to check out Graphic Stocks, guys. Thank you guys so much for your support. Honestly, it means ridiculous. Like, it means a lot. Like, I don't have to tell you guys every day, or every time I make a video, but I feel like I do. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much. I start school in like 13 days. That's great, right? Oh god. All right, so yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. So switch you out. Peace.